Hey, how we doing? You're alright? Yep, that's right. I'm in the Portaloo again, and I'm talking to you about ones and twos. What can I say? If you know a subject, I know a subject, and I know about how to make ones and twos disappear. Hey, but more of that later. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start on putting in place the process that deals with them ones and twos a bit better than the lovely, and I've got to say, as it porta toilets go, this is a very nice porta toilet. It's been kept very clean considering the amount of people coming here doing the ones and twos. It's always a fresh place. It doesn't even smell bad now when I'm sat in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go outside and I'll show you what we're going to do today, because we are putting something in place that needed to be done about a year ago, but because things get in the way and all that malarkey, you know it's like on a 110. You come down to do a job, next thing you know, you're rolling a car for a field and then you're off for an helicopter trip. Not every day can be like that though, can it? Thank goodness. So let's go outside and I'll show you what we're up to. Right, so I've just been told by What Mix, Dave rang me up from What Mix. What Mix are on the way. They were meant to be here at 10, but something's obviously happened. Someone may be cancelled, but the wagon's coming out a bit earlier. So we're getting concrete a couple of hours earlier than I thought, which isn't a bad thing because we use a semi-dry mix for this one, so it's not going to go off that much. But I did order, we've got bulk bags. So what I do with this is you'll see, because you can't, when we're putting these tanks in, you can't always get the wagon close to where the hole is, and some people drop it on the deck, put it into the dumper, then you got to scoop it out of the dumper. I don't do that. What we do is we just get some of these empty bulk bags, as you see here, with the pea gravel. We get them in, we put the concrete in, then we can pick it up with the machine, take it over to the hole, dangle it over the hole, cut the bottom of the bag, and it sprinkles out lovely. Well, that's what we usually do anyway. That's what we try to do. That's what we're going to try to do today. So I'm going to get the bulk bags out of there and get ready for What Mix, because they're going to come and drop us some concrete. So these are the ones that we use for the concrete, just big bulk bags. Obviously that one's got my fittings in and some pipe grease there, but so we're going to fill these with the concrete. Got about 1.5 cube coming. Now the idea with this concrete is it's just going to go with a base and a bit of a lip up the tank. I'm putting the tank in with pea gravel. Usually I'd put the tank in with concrete all the way around, but the ground where we are, it's obviously going to stay pretty dry where it is most of the majority of the time. And this one, I don't want to put it in concrete at the moment because with the 110 developing the way it is, there's a chance that tank might not stay there. So I didn't want a concrete in. So what we're going to do basically was just going to get a concrete base in, and then fetch the concrete up to about there. Gives us a nice stable base, but this is the HD tank, so no dangers there. Look at this, and we got What Mix on site, and that is a spanker of a wagon. Look at that. Oh my days. So this is where we get the pumping now. We've got to shoot them into the bags and then we can carry them over where we're digging. Oh, look at this. We've got it all shooting out into the bags. Nicely ready to lift. Look at that. What a job. What a guy. Perfectly into all the bags. I don't think you spilt a drop either.
No, that's good.
Look at that. Nothing on the floor. All in the bags. Absolutely mint. That is great, that. So like I say, we get the concrete in these bulk bags. We can just chain these up with a 5-tonner. Pick them up, take the concrete to where we need, cut the bottom of the bag, bada bing, bada boom. But look at that, washing out now, nothing on the floor. Absolutely mint. Top service, love it, What Mix. Look at the shine on them rims, bro. That is a beast of a wagon. Absolutely mint. Go on, What Mix. And who have we got in the digger today? It's Finity! Go on, lad. Got my boy Finn in the big boy 5-tonner today. Oh, aye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Go on, my boy. How is she?
great.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Always good cat machines, don't they?
Beauty.
I think this is the same 5-tonner we hired at Finland, or similar, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's got to be. It was a cat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. There's Ash Brooks as well.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Ash Brooks. You are legends. Thank you very much for supplying that. So pretty bot. This is where I did the trial hole last Saturday.
Yep.
We can get into a nice clay shelf, good ground.
Looks good.
Yeah, so that comes down at like 45. You'll see it as you follow it down. So we're going to go down. I went down to 2.2, but we're going to go down to about 2.5 today. Yellow line over there. The centre line of our dig, yeah. And these ones across the back here. This is kind of where I wanted to start the dig going down from there.
Yeah.
We're just over a bucket wide on this. We want to be about 1.2, go to 1.5. Yeah, so we'll whip this out. I'll get the laser set up. I was just digging there, spoil there.
Yep.
Make me an hole.
We're going out to that line.
No, so this was, if you imagine this was square, so that was the line across the... Oh, the boy's in. There we go in. We're going back in. Woo! Oh, 5-ton power. Look at that. Woo! Nice, right, we've got the old Spectra 633 set up now, so we're just going to have a little look at our initial levels. We've got the laser set up there, just going to take ground level here, ground level by the tank, see what we've got, and then we're going to work out our falls, just make sure what depth we need that inlet on that tank for over there. Oh, exciting. Oh, I'm not quite sure if you can make out our little workings out on there, but we've just done the levels, and I'm going to call this point A, where we're going to start, because we're going to come out of there, drop down into a little chamber in that bit, and then we're going to shoot straight across in a straight line. From this point A to point B being next to where the tank is, we've got an existing gradient on the ground giving us 500 mil of fall, 486 to be precise, but we're going to say 500 for what we're doing. So when you take into that to maintain our 1 in 40 fall over the 30 metres, which is 25 mil per metre, we need to just go, need to have an inlet level on the tank of 750 mil at that end. So we're going to set the 750 mil on the tank, then we're going to measure down from invert on that tank. I think it's about 1.5.
Yeah.
So I think overall dig, we're going to be 2250 for the tank and then a little bit for the base. So probably 2.4 we need to go in that hole. Yeah? 2.4? Whoa! 2.4, smash that down there, get a bit of concrete in the hole. We'll have this done by dinner, Finn.
Oh yeah.
Get in, let's get this tank in. Well, Finn's now got a good idea of what he's digging to there. We're down to about 1.1 metre deep at the minute. Going to take that down to about 2.4 metres. That allows us to get a little base under the, well, say a little, about 200 mil concrete base under the tank, just to stabilise the dig. And then we can lower the tank in. With it being semi-dry, it's nice and powdery and fluffy, you can sort of get the tank snuggled into it and go from there. Finn's getting that out. Just going to go and double check some measurements, get some marks in the tank, mark up the inlet and the outlet. It's pretty obvious, but sometimes when you're putting the tanks in, things can be a little busy, so it's good to get a decent clear mark on which way round your tank is, because you never know. Did you see Finn's getting stuck in there now? Back down to about 1.5 at the minute, and as you can see, we're getting into that real nice clay there. So what we're worried about on this site, especially in this area, is there's a lot of fill. We didn't want to put the tank where the actual fill was, but nothing wrong with people called fill, just don't like fill here. As you can see, he's getting down in that now. You can sort of see the clay on there as he's going through on the side. So Finn's on with the digging the hole there now. He's got everything set up in the staff, the depths and everything. So nice just being able to leave him there digging away. So proud. Anyway, so I'm going to go now. We need to sort shackles out and straps and stuff like that for lifting the bags and the tank. So I'm going to have a route round, find out where my chains are and stuff, and get that ready. Because once we've got it dug down to depth, we can sort of try the tank in the hole. If it all looks good, then we can whack the base in there, get the tank in, get the P-Gar around, and bada bing, bada boom. And here, right, we left them carefully stored over from last winter. Look at them. Ah, right. Come with me, chains. Chains, and I do believe some of the lifting straps that we have are carefully located in the shed number 5. There we go, there's one. Over we go. There's another one. I do believe we've got more somewhere, but, well, we did have a load, but it kind of got used up and put here and put there, so we'll see how we go with them.
So this is our poo koozie for the 110. So what is the poo koozie? The poo koozie's proper name is a sewage treatment plant. And this basically takes all your foul waste, all your 1s and 2s. It's got an air blower in there, we agitate it, we increase the bacteria in there, and it breaks down. It's like a biodigester. It breaks down all that waste and turns it back into practically clean water again, which these have been tested. They go through a prolonged testing period and get a certification, and it meets with the Environment Agency's approval, so then we can release this back either into a soakaway or to a watercourse free flowing. The great thing with the sewage treatment plant is we can go to that watercourse. The other options from these is your septic tank. So most people think when you're living off grid, you've all got a septic tank, and to be fair, predominantly they all were septic tanks, but there's a lot of them being changed now. These are a far better option. It takes up a smaller space, you get a better product coming out at the end of it, and you don't have to worry about sedimentation filling in any of your soakaways. Even if you can't get it to watercourse, it'll run a lot longer and last a lot longer if it's going to a soakaway. So I'd always go to one of these. They're just really good options. So we've got this one there. This is going to take all the foul waste. It's going to allow us so we can, well, the pipe coming through there, and then it's going to drop down into the stream. We couldn't do that with a septic tank. We can only do that with the sewage treatment plant. This one is the WTE one. It's been sized for this site. We've gone for the HD one. So you get a couple of options on the tanks of actually what the material is made of. We've gone for the HD one here. It's the super thick one. You can put this in any site, wet site, dry site, it can go in. We're going to install it with a concrete base. We're going to fetch the concrete up a little bit, and then we're going to go with pea gravel. I would usually, 99% of the time when we're fitting tanks, we go in with a full concrete surround. But like I was saying earlier, there's a chance that this tank might get relocated at some point. So yeah, we're going with pea gravel around it. You've got to put pea gravel around it. You can't just backfill around them, because when you're backfilling, I'll show you on the pea gravel now. The problem with putting the inert waste that comes out, like the clay and the soil, it's the pea gravel is a lot finer. As you can see, it goes together. You don't get really any gaps between them because it's small particles, and it sits nice and neat together, the variation. The problem is, if you just put the normal clay or the soil that's coming out of the excavation against the tank, it doesn't go solid against the tank. It forms pockets, like say on my brew. If you were to push against the whole of the cup, it's quite solid. If you were to push at one point, you can bend it in quite easily. So that's the problem with the tank. If you've got gaps around the tank and you've got ground pressure pushing against the tank, you need to spread out that ground pressure. The tank's designed to equalise it, because you've got to imagine that tank's going to be full of water as well and waste. So you've got the pushing out from the inside and then pushing in from the outside. So we get the pea gravel around it, so it sits really nicely. You can, like, there's a nozzle that, like, say, if you push the bottle into the water there, you can see how it sits all around the bottle. That's what we want to happen with the tank. Hence, we've got a ton of pea gravel there. And we're using the pea gravel. If we do decide to change this, we can have the tank emptied and then lift it out. So, yeah, thinking a little bit forward here, boys and girls. It's very unusual. Oh, let's go and see what the boy's doing. This is ground level here, set with a laser. So we're at 1450, 1461-ish there. So we need to add 2250 onto that, set the laser up there, and then that is going to give us 2250 onto that, gives us bottom of the tank, top of concrete. So we'll set the laser up at that, get the receiver on, and then we can start deeping away. Right, so with that added on, we're at 3710. So we should get this into the hole. We should have a bit of room underneath. So we've got laser set there, that's bottom of tank. So as you can see, we're just pretty much on the bottom of the dig. So we could just do whipping out another 200 mil, get that base in there, but you can see it is a little bit weepy, some of this clay. So speed is our friend today. So let's get this another 200 mil out of there if we can, son. So just done a little depth check on there, and we're down to about 2.5 now, which is nice. Just going to get the loose out of there, and then we'll probably look at starting to get a bit of concrete in there, form the base, get the tank over here, get the concrete here, then we can bosh. Happy days. Beautiful. Right, so we're pretty happy with what we got there. Just asking Finn now to take the bucket off. He's going to leave the bucket there. Then we're going to go over to get the tank connected up, fetch it over, just drop it into the hole, check that we can go down deeper than where we want. We should be able to set the tank 200 mil below where our level is, because that's what the staff set up for, bottom of the tank. get that in there, check that's looking right. Then we'll take the tank out, set it aside, and then we'll fetch some concrete over and we'll get the base in. Okay, so Pacuzzi is on the move. We've got it strapped up there. We just had to set up the all-important thumbnail. So if it says what I'm thinking it is, you might recognise that from the start. But now we're going to track that over, try it in the hole, and hopefully we've got, the tank's going to go down about 200 mil below where we actually want it. That allows us to get the base in. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Right, here he goes. Woo! Bit of a swing off it. Finio. Oh yeah. The tank is in the hole. The tank is in the hole. Right, so this is set at top of tank with the base underneath it. So yeah, we're about, so that's going to give us about 250, 300 mil base under there. Happy days. We like that a lot. Yes, that's good. First bag of compo. Happy days. It'll settle down. Beautiful. Get that over to the side by the hole. Now, as you can see, this is why we put the concrete into the bags rather than putting concrete into the dumper and then shoveling it out and putting it in there. I know you do waste the bags, but it does make things so much easier. And usually when we're doing this, we've not got this much space, and it's not as, you know, we have to be a lot neater, don't we, when we were doing the tanks in previous years. So yeah, to fetch the concrete in, get them around the back, very, very nice. So yeah, we're going to get over the hole, slit the bottom, get that first load in, probably a second bag, then we'll check the level, eh?
Yeah.
Knife cam. Go on, Finny, give it a jiggle. Finny ripping in with bag number 2 for the weekend. Oh. Right then, so we have now a little level base in here. We've got all our C35 there, semi-dry, nice and compact. We've got it on the old laser up there, so this is set to the level. And we can pretty much, oh, that's the good noise.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. So that's there. Knocked it around a bit, got a bit of a leveling, so the tank is now going to come in. Yes, and I don't really want to spend too long down here because there is no shuttering, as you might see. Right, look at that for a nice little base down there. What do you reckon of a base, Finn?
Great.
Out of 5?
Biscuit,
out of 10? You like that?
10.
10 out of 10 base?
10. Wow. It's got to be because we done it.
That's it. Takes tanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the name going. But, right, so now we're going to ditch that bag. Get that old tank on and see if it sits in the right place. Right, if everything's being well, we should get this tank down there in the hole, and the tank should be about 250 mil below the ground level, because we've got a neck extension to go with. These come as a standard 500 inlet. We needed 750 when we worked out our floor before, so hopefully when we get that down there, we're going to see about 250 below. I'm just saying, it's kind of level that. That is not a bad bit of leveling. He's coming, he's got hot chocolate as well, Finn. Look at him. What a guy.
The big hole diggers need to fill the hole in the stomach.
We do. You never go into a hole unprotected, Tom. There's many.
That is a big hole.
It is. It's decent now, isn't it?
That's got to be the biggest hole in the land.
Yeah, plus we had to go, so there's about 250, 300 mil of concrete underneath that tank, so we went down further than that.
Yeah.
Then we got the semi-dry base in. bottom is came today, then we've got that in there leveled out. Look at the spirit level.
No way. Spot on. Nothing but the best.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
man.
you just filled it with water now?
Yeah, so we're just getting a bit of water in it. It basically, this is the HD one, so you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But basically, you want a bit of water in it. You start filling the water up, and you start backfilling at the sides, so you equalise the pressure as they come up.
Oh,
Yeah. That all that pea gravel goes round the most of that will go around the tank. Yeah. Because you can't really fill with this, because this could damage the tank.
right. Oh,
Because it never goes back. It forms little voids, you know, when it goes in at the side.
Yeah.
You know, so the
Yeah,
pea
'cause
gravel.
that touches up against it.
Yeah. So we get the pea
Yeah,
gravel
yeah,
around
yeah.
it. Food, sir. Much appreciated.
You don't appreciate it at all because I didn't bring you a cake. You hate me. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say hate. Hate's quite a strong word. Just, I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
A little disappointed, that's all.
I'm not mad. I'm
Just
disappointed.
disappointed.
Right.
It's the worst thing, that, isn't it? Disappointed.
You've let yourself down. You've let me down. Right, I'm going to check out the wheelbarrows.
Checking the wheelbarrows. See you in a bit. Oh, well, bit of din-dins.
Yeah.
Bit of sandy beach. And now we're going to start. We'll throw the rest of the compo around this. We've got a load of water in there now, so that's pretty good. Feeling fairly solid. Get the rest of the gear around it, and then we're at pea gravel.
Yeah.
And we have yet more pea gravel going in around the tank. Many bags. We make many bags of pea gravel. Finest pea gravel everywhere. Fill the hole. So as you can see, using it in the bags, it's a little bit dearer to buy, but it's so much more time saving. Rather than having to like get the loose drops on the ground, scoop it up into the dumper, fetch it over here, it's just da-da-da-da-da. Happy days. And we're going to fetch it roughly just up to that, underneath that top rib there, pea gravel, and then the rest of the pea gravel for pipe bedding. But for now, oh, this is the fun bit. You ready? Oh, ready? Big cut. Oh, how satisfying is that? That was a big cut. A supplies of pea gravel. Many bags of pea gravel going into the hole. Very nice, very nice. But hey, we got a can. Woo! Hey, how we doing, mate? We've got a can and a willow. So the building inspector's turned up, Finn. The building inspector.
Are you sure it's level? I could do with it just moving 6 inches Finn one way.
Well, Finn told me to put it here, so if it's a problem, it's Finn's fault.
It's that root. I'm a bit concerned about that root Finn. You know, it might just push it over as it grows. So.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. Well said.
Okay then, I'll sign you off then.
Computer says no.
Where's your certificate?
There we
I'll
go.
just sign it.
So is that down as a pass at this stage then, Inspector Ken?
Yeah, I've signed your book for you.
Yep.
Keep on going. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
Wreck the car.
You heard it first. We've been told. We've been instructed now. It's going to happen. It's the 110. There's far too much working at the moment, so luckily we had the pitty in the van, and that is my transport to and from the compound where we're getting the pea gravel from. So, plus, kind of like riding pit bikes anyway. We have yet more pea gravel. Look. There we go, last bag of pee going in around the tank. Look at that. So that is our poo koozie in there today. Look at that, doesn't that look good? So like I say, we dug down, we've got the concrete base under there, semi-dry concrete. So you've got a little bit of moisture in it, so it just starts the reaction and then it'll cure while it's underground, but it gives that nice powdery consistency, so when we can level out the base, we can get the tank and you can sort of snuggle the tank down into it as you saw, and then we can level it up, which allows, so it's a really good way of doing it. I much prefer it's doing it than with wet concrete. Wet concrete is just another nightmare really. But yeah, so we've got the semi-dry base there, and then we've got the pea gravel around it. Now the thing that I was saying about the pea, which is very important, if anyone's interested, is you see if you start putting the backfill in like this, you see all these gaps inside the backfill, and when it starts going in and you get stones, you're going to get these gaps are going to form at the side of the tank, and when you've got those gaps there, that's when things can go wrong with the tank. I wouldn't really be particularly worried with this one because it's the HD tank, but some of the cheaper tanks, they're not as strong, and when you get these gaps, this is where the tank can fail. So if you to put it in that, and people say, oh yeah, but you can tap it down, but you can't tap it down, can you? But we've got pea gravel, so as you can see, the pea gravel sits really nice. There's even the little ribs on the tank under the ground there now, and the pea gravel just sits in and it supports the surface of the tank there. So when you've got the load inside the tank of the water's pushing out and it's pushing up against the pea gravel, and it's all a nice solid base. So that's why we've got the pea gravel in there. That up to now, so outlet that side there. And then we've got our inlet on this side. We've got the pea gravel up all the way around. What was that, about 8 bags, do you reckon?
Yeah.
7 or 8 bags? 7 or 8 bags. And again, like you say, you can go down the route again, it's loose, but then you've got a loose drop on the deck, then you've got to scoop it up with the digger, put it in the dumper, fetch it over here.
Plus the waste.
The waste, yeah, and then you can't tip it out with a dumper at this side, can you?
Nope.
So you've got to like then come in with the digger, scoop it out.
Spill it everywhere,
Yeah.
out the bucket.
So it is a little bit dearer when you're buying it in bags like this, but when you look at the time saving and the neatness, and a lot of the times we're not working in a big area like this, it's a lot more confined. Bulk bags make it so much easier. Swing it over, cut it and gone. So yeah, fundamentally, that's our tank in the ground now.
Great.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. That's a lot of
And
space.
it's only, what are we on? 2:45. And we've not really been.
Yeah.
It's been steady, hasn't it? We had dinner and that, so
What
yeah.
time it is?
Yeah, 2:45. 2:45, tank's in. So the next stage is we're going to dig that away. We've got the inlet to go in, and then we've got the outlet that we're going to build. So the outlet is where all that soil is going to go there. That is going to be seasonal soakaway, so it's going to be like a small soakaway with an overflow that goes down to the stream. But yeah, so we're going to have to clear all that muck out of the way there. I have to run that with the dumper, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
But hopefully, well, the one thing we're working with backwards is that, you know, obviously we've not got any connections. This has all been done with the level over there, so as long as Tatey's not messed his maths up, and this does in fact run downhill from the cameraman, we're all good.